Hello and welcome. This is the news on NTA International. I am Charles Alpha. Our sign language interpreter is Taiwo Uzoma. And let's now bring you some of our top stories. Nigeria calls for global action against organized immigration crime. The Nigerian Meteorological Agency, NIMET, predicts extreme April weather conditions for parts of Nigeria. And the European Union plans retaliatory tariff on United States amidst pending President Donald Trump's tariff hike. Vice President Kashim Shettima has urged Nigerians to embrace unity, peaceful coexistence and tolerance as key pillars for national progress, drawing from the lessons of Ramadan. He made the call in Maiduguri during a luncheon with Borno State elders and his schoolmates in celebration of Eid al-Fitr. State House correspondent Abraman Jibrila reports.
Members of the highly revered Borno Elders Forum here to celebrate with Vice President Kashim Shettima for the successful end of Ramadan fast and also appreciate his role in advancing Nigeria's transformation under the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Tinubu. Vice President Kashim Shettima called on them to support the administration's ongoing economic reforms, assuring that the short-term difficulties will yield long-term benefits for the country. The Vice President, who spoke through the member representing Maiduguri Metropolitan Constituency at the House of Representatives, Abdul Qadir Rahis, said there was a need for continued harmony among citizens.
I wish also that we should all at all times maintain and build on this sense of unity, community, for our collective gain and progress as a people. May Almighty Allah protect the Vice President, our boss, our mentor, the good people of the State and Nigeria in general.
Vice President Shettima said President Tinubu remains committed to implementing policies that will create sustainable development, urging Nigerians to continue embodying the spiritual lessons gained during Ramadan as a pathway to national development. He enjoined the citizens of Borno State and Nigerians in general to always maintain threads of humility, communal living, and values, which he described as foundation for national progress. Chairman of the Borno State Elders Forum, Gambo Gubuyo, expressed appreciation for the Vice President's hospitality and assured him of continued prayers for success in his duties.
I want Nigerians to emulate him, Nigerians to give him the maximum cooperation as he deputizes his boss, His Excellency the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, while urging all to put all hands on deck to pray for the lasting peaceful coexistence of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Extreme gentleman, of high, immense character, and we are all proud of him, and everybody is proud of him to see, like I said, the faces of the people that have attended this wonderful event.
Other stakeholders urged Nigerians to rally round President Tinubu, stressing the need for continued prayers and support towards the implementation of the administration's policies for the improvement of the economy and overall development of Nigeria. From Maiduguri, Abraman Jibrila, NTA News.
India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Tuesday received Chile President Gabriel Boric at Hyderabad House. Boric's 5-day state visit to India aimed at enhancing bilateral relations across various sectors, including economic, commercial, and societal sectors. Prime Minister Modi and Chile President held discussions on expanding India-Chile bilateral ties. The leaders signed multiple agreements and engaged in bilateral discussions on economic and cultural ties. Modi and Chilean President addressed the media at a joint press conference from Hyderabad House, New Delhi. The Indian Prime Minister described Chile as an important partner of India in Latin America and sees the country as a gateway to Antarctica. Both countries held negotiations on a mutually beneficial comprehensive economic partnership agreement. European Union Chief Ursula von der Leyen says the bloc still hopes for a negotiated solution to the expected imposition of sweeping US tariff this week, but all instruments are on the table to hit back if the need arises. Frama Pani has the details.
Von der Leyen noted that Europe has not started the tariff confrontation while addressing a European Parliament session. She, however, stressed that if it is necessary, Europe has a strong plan to retaliate and will use it.
We do not necessarily want to retaliate, but if it is necessary, we have a strong plan to retaliate and we will use it.
Meanwhile, the European Union's top diplomat on Tuesday said there is overwhelming evidence of war crimes in the Ukrainian city of Abuja, where Russia's army is accused of murdering hundreds of civilians.
In Abuja, the evidence is overwhelming. From photos to phone records and decoded call signs used by commanders of Russian radio channels, there is no denying it. Now, we know exactly who the perpetrators are. With the technology we have at our fingertips today, impunity for war crimes is frankly impossible, so long as we put the work in it.
Ukrainian authorities have opened more than 180,000 war crimes investigations, Zelensky said on Monday at a ceremony in Bucha, putting hopes on the International Criminal Court to bring the most high-level criminals to justice. Carlos stressed that the EU was supporting the Ukrainian Prosecutor General's office and was strengthening its capacity to investigate international crimes, including through a civilian EU advisory mission. Experts from 37 countries in February agreed on the legal foundations for the tribunal. Frama Pani, NTA News.
Nigeria is pushing for stronger international collaboration to combat organized immigration crime. Speaking at the Border Security Summit in London, hosted by U.S. Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer, Minister of Interior Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo emphasized the need for enhanced data sharing and cross-border partnerships. He highlighted Nigeria's efforts in border security, stating that the country has upgraded surveillance technology and strengthened migration management to curb irregular migration. Tunji-Ojo stressed that the OIC is a global challenge requiring a united front, noting that proactive measures are key to preventing the crime rather than just reacting to it. With over 40 countries in attendance, the London summit aims to foster international cooperation in tackling the rising threats of border-related crimes. And in Nigeria, Chairman Nigerian Diaspora Commission, Abike Dabiri-Irewa, has described the remarkable achievements of young Nigerian chess players from the Chess in Slums initiative as outstanding. The 12th annual Chess and Community Conference in the United States include multiple medals and scholarship, which showcase the brilliance and resilience of the Nigerian youth on the global stage. Abike Dabiri-Irewa, in a statement through the Media, Public Relations and Protocol, Gabriel Odu commended the Chess in Slums founder Tunde Onakoya for his dedication to empowering underprivileged children through chess. The Chess in Slums initiative is a non-profit organization founded by Tunde Onakoya, a renowned Guinness World Record holder for the longest marathon in chess, that introduces less privileged children to the game of chess, thereby fostering critical thinking, confidence, and providing opportunities for them. The Nigerian Meteorological Agency, NIMET, forecast that weather conditions in April will be hot across the country, with temperatures potentially reaching as high as 42 degrees Celsius in the northern regions of the country. In a statement, the agency indicated that these high temperatures will cause significant thermal discomfort across many states. It predicts that central and northern states will face a higher risk of heat exhaustion and heat stroke, while southern states will also experience heat stress. NIMET further reports that coastal areas will see temperatures warmer than average, while central and northern states will experience slightly elevated temperatures. Rainfall is expected in coastal states such as Delta, Bayelsa, Rivers, Imo, Anambra, Cross River, and other southern regions. The Weather Monitoring Agency warns of an increased risk of malaria in southern states and parts of Kwara, Kogi, and Benue due to heightened mosquito activity. Additionally, there is a meningitis alert for the extreme north where conditions are conducive to outbreaks. Heat-related illnesses, including heat exhaustion and heat stroke, are anticipated in the central and north regions. Now, the Federal Ministry of Water Resources and Sanitation has flagged off 3 critical water projects in Benue State under the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Minister of Water Resources and Sanitation, Professor Joseph Utsef, performed the groundbreaking ceremony in Boko, the administrative headquarters of the Tiv Nation. Charles Saba reports.
The 3 cardinal water projects approved for execution under the renewed hope agenda of Mr. President include flag-off of the rehabilitation and upgrading of the Buruku Boko water supply project at Melado Headworks, abandoned for decades, rehabilitation and improvement of Wanune water supply project involving construction of 4 solar motorable boreholes and rehabilitation of existing water supply schemes and pipelines, and construction of the Ugbema water supply project, including irrigation schemes. Director, Water Supply and Sanitation, Federal Ministry of Water Resources and Sanitation, Babarinde Mukaila, emphasizes their significance.
To provide a reliable and sustainable water supply system to meet the growing demands of the populace, to improve access to clean water, reducing the incidence of waterborne diseases, as well as enhancing overall quality of life for the residents and promote economic growth and development. All we are saying is, give us water.
Thus the tortive reflecting the age-long cry for water by the communities, which he affirms President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has proactively responded to.
We will take ownership of this project. We will protect this project. We will watch over this project. We will ensure that the originators of this project have no regrets.
Permanent Secretary of the Ministry, Richard Finlangwa, Chairman, Senate Committee on Water Resources and Sanitation, represented by Senator Emmanuel Udende, and other key personalities in their goodwill messages all hail Mr. President for the gesture. The Minister of Water Resources and Sanitation, Professor Joseph Telomon Usev, who also stands in for the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator George Akume, attributes the developmental strides of the ministry to the motivation by the presidency.
In the Renew Hope agenda of Mr. President, His Excellency Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR, one of his key mandates is to boost food production, create employment, enhance the economy of this nation. And our ministry is very keen. It's in that line that we are establishing this project.
Governor Hyacinth Alia, represented by the Deputy Governor Sam Ode, assures the people of the state government support to the projects. The projects are expected to be completed within 18 months. From Wanune, Taka Local Government Area of Benue State, Charles Abba, NTA News.
And just ahead, NIPR University gets stronger support and details of. Thank you for staying with us. The University of Public Relations and Leadership has secured the promise of the Nasarawa state government for its takeoff in 2026. The state governor, Abdullahi Sule, made the promise when the president and chairman of the governing council, Nigerian Institute of Public Relations, Dr. Ike Niliaku, briefed him on the development concerning the university being powered by the NIPR. Haman Jabani reports.
A university that prioritizes public relations and leadership does not just educate, it inspires. Effective leaders foster inclusivity, resilience, and vision, preparing graduates to tackle real-world challenges. By investing in both, universities does not shape students, they shape society, producing tomorrow's leaders who are ready to engage, influence, and lead with integrity. These are some of what the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations, and Leadership University, which will be situated in Nasarawa State, is believed to be the first of such kind university in the world, will be having its first matriculation around November 2026, seeks to achieve. Highlighting some of the progresses made towards the takeoff of the university, President and Chairman of Governing Council, NIPR, Dr. Ike Niliaku, says much have been achieved in the area of collaboration with other institutions, while arrangements are still on the issue of the venue for the takeoff of the institution. He stressed that PR and leadership will create a dynamic environment where ideas flourish, relationships strengthen, and the university's mission move forward with purpose.
We want to raise a generation of qualitative leaders for the nation who are vast in effective communication. So it's a university that everybody should come together to see to its establishment. We are really looking forward to partners, more partners, to come and work with us to establish this legacy for Nigeria.
Governor Abdullahi Sule of Nasarawa State says he wants to leave the state better than he met it, and having the NIPR Public Relations and Leadership University is one of such legacies, and the government will do everything within its power to see the dream of having such institution coming on stream.
But I assure you that from here, we take up. In fact, I have become an automatic member of the PIC right now. I want to be part of it. I want to know what is happening at every point. I want to follow it myself. I want to visit the site myself to make sure that this is happening, because this is good for Nigeria. First, it is good for Nasarawa State. Forget my village. It can be any other place, but let it be Nasarawa State.
He's an investment-driven governor, and then he sees leadership as public relations and public relations as leadership. So for us, we're truly and totally happy and excited in Nasarawa State to host the university and to bring the eyes of the world to come to Nasarawa State, see another Harvard or another Stanford right here in Nasarawa State.
NIPR used the opportunity to inform the governor of the Nigeria's hosting right of the World Public Relations Forum in 2026. Haban Jabani, NTA News.
Families of victims of Uromi tragedy have joined Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf in commending the Governor of Edo State, Monday Okpebholo's compassion and solidarity towards them. This was as the governor paid a condolence visit to the Tarankawa community in Bunkure local government area of Kano State. Abdullahi Mustafa has the details.
Tarankawa, a community in Bunkure local government area of Kano State, is grappling with sorrow rather than celebration of this Eid al-Fitr season. The usual joy of the holiday has been overshadowed by a tragedy, as 7 of their sons were among 16 travelers murdered in Uromi, Edo State, while on their way home to mark the festive occasion. Yet, Tarankawa's grief is not one they bear alone. In a gesture of solidarity, Edo State Governor Monday Okpebholo visited the mourning families alongside his counterpart Abba Kabir Yusuf of Kano State. Governor Okpebholo, who addressed them in Hausa language, promised not only that justice would be served, but also that the affected families would receive the necessary assistance during this difficult time.
So far, 14 arrests have been made, and the suspects are in police custody. Everything will be okay, by the grace of God. Thank you very much.
The visit was appreciated by the community, with local leaders, including the Emir of Kano, Muhammad Isa Umar, expressing their gratitude for the compassion. In Kano, Abdullahi Mustafa, NTA News.
The Civil Society Legislative Advocacy Center, CISLAC, has lauded the Governor of Edo State, Senator Monday Okpebholo, for his swift and decisive actions following the strategic killing of travelers in Uromi, Edo State, on March 27, 2025. In a statement by the Executive Director of CISLAC, Owal Musa, the organization expressed strong support for Governor Okpebholo's response after the horrific incident. The governor not only visited the bereaved families in Kano State to offer his condolences, but also assured them of his commitment to justice as a civil society organization dedicated to promoting good governance, rule of law, and the protection of human rights. CISLAC strongly support the governor's actions, especially the disbanding of unregulated vigilante groups that pose a serious threat to public safety and the rule of law. And that is it on the news. Many thanks for watching. I am Charles Alpha.